Giorgio Meloni was born in Rome on January 15, 1977. Her father Francesco Meloni was from Sardinia and her mother Anna, née Portori, is from Sicily. Her father was a tax advisor and according to some political profiles had communist sympathies and voted for the Italian Communist Party while her mother later became a novelist. Her father abandoned the family when she was 1 year old in 1978, by moving to the Canary Islands and remarrying. Meloni has 4 step-siblings from her father's second marriage. 17 years later, he was convicted for drug trafficking and sentenced to 9 years in a Spanish prison in 1995. He last contacted Meloni in 2006, when she became the vice president of the Chamber of Deputies. Meloni was raised in the working-class district of Garbatella in Rome, moving there after the more affluent home she had first lived in as an infant with her parents was destroyed in a house fire a few years after her father left. Her upbringing has been described by her family as impoverished. In her autobiography, Meloni wrote that her childhood and family's breakdown was an influence on her political outlook. Meloni has a sister, Arianna, who was born in 1975 and is married to Francesco Lollobrigida, the Italian Minister of Agriculture since October 22, 2022. In 1992, at 15 years of age, Meloni joined the Youth Front, the youth wing of the Italian Social Movement, MSI, a neo-fascist political party that dissolved in 1995. During this time, she founded the student coordination Gli Antenati, the Ancestors, which took part in the protest against the public education reform promoted by Minister Rosa Russo Iervolino. In 1996, she became the national leader of Student Action, the student movement of the Post-Fascist National Alliance, and the national conservative heir of the MSI. Representing this movement in the Student Associations forum established by the Italian Ministry of Education. In 2008, at 31 years old, she was appointed Italian Minister of Youth in the 4th Berlusconi government, a position she held until November 16, 2011. When Berlusconi was forced to resign as the prime minister amid a financial crisis and public protests. She was the second youngest ever minister in the history of United Italy. In August 2008, she invited Italian athletes to boycott the opening ceremony of the Beijing Olympic Games in disagreement with the Chinese policy implemented towards Tibet. This statement was criticized by Berlusconi, as well as the Foreign Affairs Minister Franco Frattini. In 2009, her party merged with Forza Italia, FI, into the People of Freedom, PDL, and she took over the presidency of the United Party's youth section, called Young Italy. In the same year, she voted in favor of a decree law against euthanasia. In November 2010, on behalf of the ministry, she presented a €300 million package called the Right to the Future. It was aimed at investing in young people and contained 5 initiatives, including incentives for new entrepreneurs, bonuses in favor of temporary workers and loans for deserving students. In November 2012, she announced her bid to contest the PDL leadership against Angelino Alfano, in opposition to the party's support of the Monti government. After the cancellation of the primaries, she teamed up with fellow politicians Ignazio La Russa and Guido Crosetto to set out an anti-Monti policy, asking for renewal within the party and being also critical of the leadership of Berlusconi. In 1998, after winning the primary election, Meloni was elected as a councillor of the province of Rome, holding this position until 2002. She was elected national director in 2000 and became the first woman president of Youth Action, the youth wing, in 2004. During these years, she worked as a nanny, waitress, and bartender at the Piper Club, FR, one of the most famous nightclubs in Rome. Meloni graduated from Rome's Amerigo Vespucci Institute, AVI, in 1996. After her election to the Italian Parliament in 2006, she declared in her curriculum vitae that she obtained a high school diploma in languages with a final mark of 60/60. This created some controversy, as the AVI was not a foreign language high school and was not qualified to issue a diploma in languages. Instead, it was a technical high school specialized in the tourist industry. To which she later clarified. In the 2006 Italian general election, she was elected to the Chamber of Deputies as a member